Let's see if I can do better than I did last time. Actually, I think this is good. Let me make sure it looks good. It does look good. All right. Okay, let's go through this game. What do we have? We have this game. We have e4 on move 1. e4, knight c6. Knight f3, g6. Okay, already a little bit of a weird opening. Bishop c4, bishop g7. Castles a5. This is shall we say, unusual, to put it mildly. All right, actually, what should we do for bets, you guys? What are the bets that we're gonna do? I think my average should be 3750 per, so that would be 37,500 over 10. I think that's what we're gonna see if I can average that. So we're gonna open up the casino on this and see if we can make it, if we can get 3750 per. So a5 a4 is played. Okay, d6 knight c3. Pretty good openings from white so far. Knight f6 d4. Okay, bishop g4, e5. Not a great move, but not bad either. Huh. The black sees knight, but knight e5 is a blunder. You can just trade the queens and take the knight. Black probably wins this game, I bet. Okay. Black sees the e5, so he plays a5, which is a total troll move, but then he sees the e5, and white resigns. What is the elo of this game, though? Let's see. Okay, very weird opening. a5 is weird. Could be a mouse slip, though. I mean, funny thing is, black actually plays it pretty well. Outside of the one a5 move, black plays this very well. That's the thing. I don't know. You think it's 16, 17? I think it's higher. I think a5 is a troll move. I think it's probably like, I think it's, but see, the thing is, white also resigns after e takes f4. Someone who's really low rated won. So I think I'm gonna guess on this one. I think on this one I'm gonna guess like guess like 1300 probably. What? What? No way. a5 is a what? Wait, what? A 1900 plays knight takes e5, hanging queen takes queen, and knight takes knight. Okay, I'm sorry, I've got to shame these players. I'm sorry, I have to shame these players. This just isn't gonna cut it. Okay, let's see. What is this? What is this nonsense? Okay, this is a game played by Fat Man, Fat Maha, and Prince Cupid, and this was a 5-minute game. This wasn't even 3-0. This was a 5-minute game. What? I mean, I'm just gonna tell you guys, like, how does a 1900 not see queen takes queen, rook takes queen, knight takes knight? I'm sorry, that's just wrong. I mean, that's just wrong. I mean, both players, how do you, I mean, that's 1900. No, I mean, like 1500, fine. 1900 not seeing takes and takes. That's very poor. If this was a bullet game, I get it, but in a 5-0 game, not acceptable. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Fat Maha, Magna Haglund from Norway. No, sir, you are not a good chess player. You're just not. That's just not good. That's not good. That's not good. It's not Magnus. It's Magna. Okay, what do we have? This is the second game. Let's go through this game. So d4 is played, e5, knight. So we have an England gambit. White declines. Okay. Okay, not great, but not terrible by either player so far. Okay, so e3, d6 is played, bishop b5, knight b8. Okay, kind of a weird game. Wow, g4. Okay. What on earth is this? I mean, white wins, or just white actually loses, I bet. White loses, right? White loses this endgame, yeah. Huh. Okay. That's pretty low rate. I'm not actually sure what to make of this one. Very weird game. It's got to be low. I just don't know how. Let me think about this from, what is the upper end that I think this can be? Knight b8 is a weird move, but it's not a bad move. My guess is that probably, to be objective, this is over 1,000, but not much. I think it's like 1150. If this is another game that's like 1600, I'm gonna be surprised. But this can't be. 1600 wouldn't play g4. I think it's like 12. I'm gonna say 11, 11, 11. Close. We're back in business, you guys. We're back in business. The elo is 972. We are back in business. We're back in business now. The doubters are not so sure. They were sure they were going to win, but now they're not so sure. That was bigly. That was very big. That really helps for the scores. Really helps. Very, very good. Next game. Okay, knight f3, knight f6, b4. Okay, we have an orangutan. This looks like a game I would play somehow. I feel like I've seen this game for some reason. This looks very, very familiar. This looks like a very high level game too, by the way. I don't know why, but I feel like this is a very high level game. Okay, so it's high level, but it's not high level. The opening was very strong, but then they get low on time and you have some blunders. Last 10 moves or so don't matter. I think it's high level, but it's not crazy high. It's probably like playing this f4 break requires a lot of understanding. Requires a lot of understanding to play this f4 break. I mean, everything that black did too, like this knight d7, knight f8, knight g6, h5. I mean, knight h4 is also good. Like all this stuff shows good understanding. I think it's probably like, it's hard for me to judge. Would a 2650 actually blunder this? I don't know. I think upper end, I think it could be about 20. I think this could actually be like a 2500 game. I don't think it's much higher than that, but I don't think it can be much lower either. I'm trying to think bottom end. I think it's like 2100. It could be a 2100 game, but I don't think so. So if I take the midpoint between 26 and 21, that's like 24ish. I think I'm gonna go with the midpoint of like 2400. If it's 2700, I'm gonna be upset because this could be like a 2700 game, but I don't think it is. If it's 2900, if this is actually one of my games, I'm gonna laugh, but I don't think it is, even though it looked very familiar. I'm gonna add an extra 50 just to protect against it being like a 2900 game. I go 2400, but I think there's a chance it's like 2600, so I'm gonna add 50 to try to be safe. Oh yeah, baby. Yes, there we go. Those extra 50 really help. Okay, c4, e5, g3, c6, knight f3, e4. Okay, very solid English opening. This is a perfect opening so far. This looks very high level. This looks extremely high level too. I mean, rook e7 wasn't best, but this is very high level. This is very high level. Even this endgame is pretty well. Even this endgame is played well by both sides. Yeah, this is a very high level game. Okay, white wins the game. I mean, this is high level. The opening is almost perfect. I actually think this is known theory. This whole line feels like known theory. This is very high level. Should be 49-69. Oh, do I have the score wrong from the last game? Oh, sorry, I've got the score wrong. 1 second. It's 49-69 you guys said? Okay. Yeah, okay, you're right. Okay. This is very high though. This is a very high game. The question is, how low can this game really be? And I don't think this can be a low rated game. I don't think this can be a low rated game. Like if I look at the bottom end of this, I think it's like 2500. I think this is probably like a 2800 game. I think it's like, I could see 2500s playing this. I could see this. I could honestly see this being like one of my games even. So it's like this could be between like 25 and 3000. So I'm gonna go with the midpoint. I'm gonna go with 2750. I think. I'm just trying to think, what are the odds that it's like a 2400 game? That's what I'm trying to think about. Can it be a 2400 game? I don't think it can be a 2400 game. I mean, it could be, I guess. I don't think it can be a 2400 game. So I'm doing well, and I feel like if I can pin the tail on the donkey on this one too, I'm very likely going to win the bet, or you know, the believers are going to win the bet. I mean, I think it's like 2800. I actually think it's like 2800. But I think I'm gonna go a little bit lower just to be safe, because if it's 2400, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. So I'm gonna go with like 2650. I think normally I'd go with 27. You know, I really do think it's a strong game. I'm gonna go 2700. Yes. Oh, I should have said 2650. I mean, I guess that's only like 10-point differential, but okay, whatever. It's still good. Still good. That would have gotten me what, 2650 would have gotten me like 49.90 or something. Whatever. It's still well within the margin of what we need. That's very good. Okay, so e4, d6, bishop c4, knight f6. Okay, knight f3. Okay, there's a free pawn on e4, which is missed. Important to note, free pawn missed. So g6 played here. So d3, bishop g7, bishop g5. Okay, castles, e5, d4. Okay, this is a weird game. Okay, b6 is weird also. What? Whoa, you can at least take on c3 and take the bishop on d8. Okay, this is a low game. This is what the doubters need. Excuse me? What? Okay. Yeah, and he says queen b2. What? Oh, okay. Okay, this has to be very low rated. I mean, if this is some trolling, I mean, I'm gonna guess low. I mean, how high can this game really be? I mean, if the players are like drunk or something, fine, but it has to be low. I mean, I would say absolute max this can be is probably 1000. Absolute max. I don't think it's 1000 though, even. The opening is good though, so the opening shows some kind of understanding at least to get to this position, I guess. I mean, this opening at least shows understanding, kind of. So it can't be 600, but it can't be more than 1000. I think it's, I really think it's like 600. I'm gonna go with 600. Let's go with 666. Here's the perfect guess. We're gonna go with 666. Okay, not bad. It was 990, really. Okay. It was 990. Fair enough. So yeah, 990, I guess. It's not bad though. It still helps. The score is still good enough. It's above 3750. Kind of surprised by that it was 990, but anyway, what it is. Okay, let's go again. So d4, d6, knight f3, bishop g4, e3, knight d7. Standard opening. Pretty good so far. Pretty good. Looks like a very normal, very slow normal opening here. Wow, e4. Wow, this shows great understanding. This is a high level game. It's a quality game. High quality game. Wow. And then e4. Very high quality game. Rook g6 is very strong too. This is a high quality game. Like rook h1, rook g1. I don't think it's over 3000, but I'm guessing the bottom end of this game, the understanding is phenomenal in this game. Both players play a good opening, but like d5, knight h4, f3, e4, bishop e3, very good understanding. Trades g4. G4 is just not a move I would expect a 2200 to play. Show names. Yeah, I think this is very high level, but I should be safe and not guess too high because it could be lower. My guess though is this cannot be lower than 2500. I think it's above 2500. Like g4 is just a very strong move, like a very strong move. I don't think anyone below like 2600 probably could play it, but I'll say like 2500 could. It's gonna be like 1800. I don't think so, because all these moves are really good. Queen d2 is a good move because again it stops bishop g5, and then rook h1, rook g1. I mean, king f1 is also good trade, and then takes is good. I mean, takes is also good. Queen c2, and then even this sequence at the end with rook g6 is very powerful. I don't think a 1900 could play this game. I think it's like 20. I don't think it's below 2500. I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna go with the bottom end just to be safe. I'm gonna go with 2600 just to be safe. I was wrong, but it's still good enough. I was wrong. 2269. That's impressive. At least it's good I didn't guess too high. Very impressive game. Whoever white was, maybe I'll click on it. Just give me 1 second. Let me update the scores. It's still good enough. That's what matters. It's 3766 out of 5000. Bad guess maybe, but I thought rook g6 was very high quality. Let's click on the game. This was admin face versus Pashinsky. 2200s. Wow. Impressive play. Impressive play. Okay, let's go again. Next one. Round 7. We're still in good shape, I think. If I get one more 4900, I think it's good. Okay, so e4, c5. What we need to get to, what, 37,500, so we need 14,000 out of the last 4. So e4, e5, d3, h6. Okay. Kind of weird. Oh gosh, this is a weird game. Okay. This is just what the doubters need. I have no idea what this... I mean, I have no idea what this... I have no idea what this is. This is just a weird game. I'm gonna go... I think I should go higher versus lower. Queen a4, but I don't know. Queen a4 is a hard blunder to play because the knight is right there in the way. Like, this is just a hard blunder to play. I mean, to not see the knight is very hard to see. Like, I feel like I should guess lower because Queen a4 is such a bad blunder. I'm gonna go higher end. I'm gonna say it's like 1,000. It could be lower, but I think I'm gonna go 1,000. If it's high, if it's 13 or 1400, shame on them. Like, they just played a bad move. I'm gonna go to 1,000. I mean, this is the one where if it's like 1,500, it's like, okay, whatever, that's so be it. I'm gonna go to 1,000, please. I mean, yeah, I mean, I had a feeling it was gonna be something ridiculous like that. Like, I had a feeling it might be something obscene. Yeah, game over, not necessarily, but it's gonna be hard, very hard. Okay, so e4, c6. Okay, we get a Karo Khan here. Yeah, that's just insane. I think it's supposed to be blitz. I don't think it includes bullet games. Okay, very standard opening. Okay, this is looking like a high level game too, by the way. Looks like a very high level game, which is the only chance I have if I get a lot of high level stuff. Okay, not crazy high level. It's high level, but not insane. Good play. Good endgame play too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably like 2,400. If it's lower, it's lower. I'm gonna go with like 2,400. But I have to kind of nail this one. So like now it's not about being within the range. I have to nail it in order to have a shot. So if I need to nail this, like, I can't guess low. I have to guess high for sure. The only way I can guess is on the high side. It's of course it's over 2,000. I think it's probably like 2,400. Could be 22, but I don't know. 2,200 for safety. But the thing is, I don't have many guesses left. I don't have a safety margin. Like, if I didn't have that last one, I could go for a safety play and like try to guess like 2,300 to pin it in between. But I with only 4 left in that last puzzle, I kind of have to go for it here. So I go high or I go low. Let me run through these moves again. Let's see. I mean, as they say, when they go low, you go high, but I think I go low here. I think it's probably like 2,250. I'm gonna go with like 2,250. Okay, close, very close. Okay, 4,880, not bad. 2,250 is good. It might not be good enough, but it's a good guess. Yeah, that's a good guess. I guess I should have guessed 2,400, but I think my guess was better based on the chance that it could be lower. What do I need now? I need something insane again, probably. I should have gone 2,300. Yeah, but I thought there was a higher chance it could be like 22 as well. Okay, so what do we have? We have a Sicilian. Okay, pretty normal. Very normal so far. Rook b8. Okay. Ooh, bishop f3 is missed here. This is early in the game. I need 4K for the last 2. Okay. Okay. It looks like a good game though overall. A good understanding. The end game is going to be critical here. Okay. Okay, Queen H4 shows a lack of understanding. Because here E2 just went. E2 and D3 is thematic and winning. So it shows a lack of understanding. And I think someone who's higher rated would have found that. He sees very poorly played endgame though. Very, very poorly played endgame. So okay, let's see. Black didn't see bishop. This is the first big clue. Black did not see bishop takes f3 right here, which I feel like if you're over probably 2000 you should see it. I think you should see it over 2000, but he sees it here, which is fine. F5 seems like a normal move. I think it's probably I think it's right around 2000 maybe. I mean, even d4 and e3 is just very strong. It's not obvious. I think it's about 2000. That's my guess. Maybe a little under 2000, but somewhere in that range. But actually, Queen H again, I feel like at 2000 would play e2 also. How do you not play e2 there? Everything on this guess hinges on e2 not playing e2. Mrs. Bishop F, it really hinges on these two moves. It hinges on this move not taking on f3 and this end game right here. So black does not take, doesn't see the check, so it's probably sub 2000, and then doesn't play e2 here. Those are the two critical moments. I'm gonna go with 1785. I think that's gonna be my bet, my guess. I think I don't know, could be higher. I don't know. I need over 4000 here, so I just need to be in the range. I think I go with 1785 because I do have some margin. Like if I perceive it's between 1900 and like 1500, I should try to split it in the middle. And also by going 1785 as 1500, it's still kind of okay. You guys say 1880 or 1680. Yeah, those are guesses too. I mean, I can go lower, but no, actually, you know what? I probably should guess lower. Go 1850 for safety. But the thing with 1850 is it could be the problem is I think it could be 1600. That's the problem. I think it could be a 1600 game. That's why I'm concerned about going too low. Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna assume that it's an 1800 player. I think it's probably more like 1950. That's my guess. Okay, let's go. Moment of truth. Please be right. I think it's like 1900 probably. I think there are no blunders. I think I'm gonna go with 1800. I think I'm gonna go with it. Let's see. You think it's 1600? I mean, I don't know. There are two mistakes. I mean, the two critical moments where this one black doesn't take. The opening is solid. That's one mistake, and then the other one is here. These are the only two moments that matter. Someone 2000 would have played e2 for sure. In fact, I even think someone 1800 probably does. Okay, I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna go 1700 and hope that I'm right. Oh, it's good enough, but it's good enough. But I should have trusted my initial guess. It's still good enough, I guess, if I don't mess up the last one. But this makes it a little bit close. I mean, that's two where I didn't trust myself and I didn't go with the original guess. It would have got, how much more would I have gotten? I would have gotten like another 100 points, right? If I guessed 1785, I would have gotten like another 100 points. It's okay though. It's okay. I mean, it's okay because we're in position. I just need to not bomb this last one. d4 d5 c4 e6 knight c3 f5 knight f3 knight f6. Okay, now the thing is g4 is a slip, so I can't assume it's a bad player. G4 is just a slipped. G4 is a mouse slip, so that I have to keep that in mind. It's not actually a blunder. But he shows h3, which is good understanding. G3 also good understanding. It actually is looking like a normal game now. Wait, what? Okay, white misses knight c6 maybe, but this looks... Okay, white misses a knight c6 in here on multiple knight c6 here is winning, but he misses it a few times. Doesn't matter. Okay, this looks like a high level game to me. Not super high level, but it's probably like 2000 plus. Okay. Oh, he blunders knight d4. Okay, how high level is this? I mean, I have a lot of margin here. That's the good thing. I have a lot of margin. I need 2800, right? Yeah, it's very hard to judge though. Because like it's a mouse up with h3, mouse up with g4, but h3 is a good move here. G3 also shows understanding. And knight d7, knight b6 also shows positional like this game shows a lot of positional understanding. Like knight c4, knight e5, like knight d7, b6, and knight c4, knight e5, and c5, e3 shows good understanding. 2800, no, it's not. But this is just very good play. 2300, maybe. No, I don't think so. I think it's probably about 2000 is my guess. Probably 2000, 2100. Again, it doesn't matter. I have to protect the range though, because since I only need 2800 points, I need to protect the range. So now I need to think, okay, upper bounds, I don't think it's more than 2200 because white would have seen knight c6 here on a couple of options. I think that's what I think. Like I think white would have seen knight c6 here a couple times. At the same time, the positional understanding is high. I think it's between like 2100, maybe like 2450, maybe 2450. So my gut is to guess in the middle of the range and guess like just 20. Actually, maybe I guess at the bottom of the range because I realistically don't think it's a 2500. If it's a 2500, so be it. But I think I guess at the bottom end of the range here, and I think I'm gonna guess 2100 because I think that's pretty safe. It would have to be what below like it would have to be like below 1700, right? I don't think a 1700 plays g4 knight e5 h3 keeps his wits about him in this opening and like keeps the wits about him to play h3 and then again plays knight c4 knight e5 and e3. This just shows playing as though nothing happened. So I think I guess 2100 is 2300. I'm still safe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna guess 2100 because if it's really high, so be it, but I just have to protect the range because if it's 2000 I still get more than 2800 points. So I'm gonna protect the range. I guess 2100. I think. Yes, good. I protected the range. Yes, and I think the believers win, right? I think that's good enough, right? That was right. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like I just had to protect the range. Like if I really needed to pinpoint the rating, I would have guessed higher. If I needed to pinpoint, I probably would have guessed like I think I would have guessed like 2250, 2300, but I have to protect it here.